So the heuristics that I learned as I got more involved, like more mature in programming,
Hmm.
started reading people like Martin Fowler and Sandy Metz and stuff like that. I wish I would have known those things kind of existed before. And so I would like to see influencers using their influence to create better programmers by making the habits that better programmers have attractive. So for example, like test or sexy, right? Because like nobody likes writing tests. It's like taking your
Oh.
vitamins. Like
Hmm.
I would like to see positivity around the more difficult skills that the better programmers have, so that the younger programmers kind of like see that and look up to him and be like, oh man, this person's writing tests, this person's not writing tests. And now we see Ms Brandy Morgan talk about writing tests. All right, I guess this is the moment, this is the time I'm going to start really getting into this.
No, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. We were actually just looking for, at the last company I was at, um, somebody that just literally was a QA engineer that just wrote tests, because
Yeah.
that's so hard to find.
Well, yep, I'll show you some of the rocks to look under.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I mean, engineers that are just writing tests, that's like usually they're going and doing it to like an application that didn't have tests. You'll have a big overhead to go apply tests to the legacy or the older code. But yeah, so the sort of the heuristics about, and that's just a fancy word for like a way of doing things. But I'll send over like a list of them, maybe like 6 or 7 things that would be really, really good to promote, because I'm always finding that in the developers that are coming to look for jobs, that I'm the one letting them know that these things exist. And I'm like trying to hire for some of these skills, and they're not. It's not like a specific skill per se, like knowing a language or knowing how to use a library or whatever. It's more of like an abstract concept of how to like structure your code in general. Like the dry, the don't repeat yourself. Like the dry
Hmm.
principle would be a good one to do. And I'm just going off
I
top of my head.
love that. Yes, that's something so useful. I learned that from my old CTO.
Right? And wouldn't that be great for you to be like promoting in your channel so that these other programmers
There's
that
like
you're influencing?
and some of that stuff you don't even think about. I would love it if you would send me a list of that, actually.
I
That's brilliant.
will.